Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a collection video. Woo! That's why I'm kind of just chilling on the floor. I wanted to make this intro quick and easy because I look crazy and just go right into the palettes because I'm going to talk a lot. So let's just get started. So the first palette, I have like a whole thing, and I also have some other palettes in here that are not just eyeshadow palettes. So the first thing here is the Laura Lee Los Angeles Catch Pajamas palette. I'm in love with this palette, you guys. You guys already know I love how I feel about this because I've talked about it basically all week. I love this palette so much. They blend easy. There's not too much fallout. There's not even any fallout really with anything. You know, these shades are good for every day. And yeah, I don't use this shade too much, but the rest of them I use quite a bit, and I don't use the black over here either, which is kind of a bummer because I have them, but you know, that palette looks so beautiful. Okay, so this next palette is the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill Vault in Bling Boss, and it looks like this. I'm trying to open it funny so you don't see the mirror, but it looks like this. You guys already know the deal on this palette. I love this palette. I love those two shimmers right here. These are my favorite shimmers. The mattes in here are beautiful. They blend beautifully. They're really dark though, so it's kind of hard to do a full look. You'll probably have to pull in a different palette to blend into the crease or something, but other than that, this palette is so beautiful and I love playing around with it. I don't really use this for everyday because the everyday shimmers in here, like this one and this one and this one up here, are not really that good, but I do like to play around with it when I do like fun and purple looks with this. $15, love it. And then like the sister, this is the Ring the Alarm palette. It looks like this. This palette, it makes me so upset because I love this palette and I love all the shades in here. They blend so beautiful, except for these two shimmers over here. You guys already know that. That's my fridge, sorry. But since I have these shadows like 10 times over, I don't really reach for it too much. I'm gonna keep it for, this is not a declutter, so I'm not like debating on decluttering it. I'm keeping it to test it out for a couple more weeks, and at the end of 2018, so after Christmas, right before the new year, I'll do a declutter, New Year's declutter, and if I haven't used it since then, I'll pass this to my sister because these shades are so, like, they're big necessities in a collection, I think. But that's why like every palette has them, and these two shimmers are the only thing that's different and they're not good, so there's that palette. Okay, next let's just go with my favorite palette is the Makeup Revolution palette. I love this palette. I haven't reached for this palette in a long time because I've been testing out my e.l.f. palette, but still one of the best. I need to use it more because I miss her. So good, so good. Blend easy. The shimmers are stunning. You guys already know I've swatched this like 100,000 times. I could swatch this shade, or I never swatched this shade. Oh, just so stunning. So stunning. I love this palette. The mattes are so beautiful. $7, guys. So worth $7. Okay, so next is, let's just go with what's right here, I suppose, and then let's get the sister. This is the Too Faced White Chocolate palette. Wow, why did I call it the white chocolate? This is a Too Faced White Peach palette. This palette was definitely something that I bought just because it was on sale. I have to play with it a little bit more, see what else kind of looks I can get out of it, because really I haven't even done that. I think I've used it. I think I've just swatched it. I don't think I've used it yet, but I need to use it more. It's a nice shade. There's nice shades in here. Like this shade is really nice. Swatching this white shade and that pink shade up there, they feel really horrible. But those two. But I really like this shade down here. I gotta play with it more. I just gotta play with this palette more in general. So cute. Packaging is on 100. And then the sister palette is the Too Faced Just Peachy Match. I love this bad boy. I need to use it more, way more. I love it though. What I've been noticing is that I'll reach for my Urban Decay palette when I have it using the mirror. So I think I'm gonna start using the mirror on this one and the White Peach palette just to get more use out of them, because I always want to dip in. Sometimes I want to dip in for another transition shade, and when I'm holding the palette, it's just like, oh, it's right there, so whatever. So I think I'm going to start doing that with this one, because there are some beautiful shades in here, and they blend so beautifully, and it smells so good, so good. And these I can easily use up and use as just like setting my primer kind of shades, you know what I mean? This bad boy is so freaking cute. Okay, next, Subculture. Anastasia Subculture. You guys already know how I felt about this palette. Love this palette. Hit pan on those two shades. Makes me so proud, like a proud mom. Yeah, that's basically it. I love this palette. If you see it at your TJ Maxx for $25 to $30, I'd pick it up. If you know you're going to play with these shades a little bit, this really helps me experiment, and I love it. I haven't reached for it in a while just because I got a couple new palettes, but this baby has to get used more. These shades over here need to get used more. They're so beautiful. So beautiful. It looks like that. I do like the packaging on this. Even though it gets dirty, it just means like, hey, you use that palette. Okay, let's not do face palettes. Let's see. Let's move on to my Dream Sheet palette, ColourPop. You guys know I love this baby. It looks like this. So good, so blendable. Don't need to say too much because I've talked about it all week. If you are new and this is your first video watching, I did a week full of palettes. Go check all those videos out. This is video number 7 in this collection, in this series. So go check out all the other 6 videos. I talk about this one a butt ton. I love this palette. So good. The packaging is so cute. It gets dirty though too. But like, I just use and abuse this palette, so it's supposed to get dirty, you know what I mean? Okay, next is, let's do BH Cosmetics. So this is the BH Cosmetics Festival palette. I love, oh my gosh, I love this palette so much. I don't use it too often, and it's just because I left it at home because I wasn't going to bring it to school because I knew I wasn't going to use these shades every day, but I forgot how stunning it was. These shades are just so beautiful. They're just absolutely stunning. Here's a matte shade. Oh, they just blend so nice. They're like super pigmented, which I'm obsessed with. They're so pigmented, so beautiful. I love this palette, man. It's only $18, so worth the whole $18. There's not even much I could say about that. They blend beautifully. All my palettes last all day on the eye. I don't know where people deal with like their shadows fading. I don't really know what the problem is then. I don't have that problem. That's a brown shade, like a regular neutral shade that this palette even has. So yeah, I don't really have that problem with my eyeshadows, with them fading or creasing or coming off. I don't really know. I've never had that problem, but maybe I just don't wear my eyeshadow for 24 hours. I don't know. I don't know why I keep the packaging of this one. I think it's because it's just cute. I mean, they're the exact same, but like if all packages just slid like this, I'd probably keep them all. Most of them are like the box. I got this at Kohl's, guys. Kohl's. Okay, let's go to Urban Decay. Let's do my Urban Decay Naked but Ultimate Basics palette. You couldn't even see that. The Urban Decay Ultimate Basics palette. This one's gonna be hard to do, but because that mirror is ginormous. I love this palette. I've been using it way more since I filmed palettes not worth the money. I really just was like, I need to use this palette more, and I really do. I use this shade like almost every day because I always use a mirror, and I always like when I was testing out my e.l.f. palette, okay, I guess I'll just tell you, but when I was testing out my e.l.f. palette, there was not really a crease shade that I liked, so I always reached into this one because I was using the mirror. The mirror is ginormous, and I've always reached for this shade, and I'll mix around with other shades. I just love this palette, and I love the formula, actually. Yeah, I've recently just fell back in love with this. Okay, I guess we might as well do e.l.f. because we got a couple here. So let's start with these guys. This is the e.l.f. Rose Gold Sunset palette. Ugh. It looks like this. I don't really like the shimmers in here because I have ones that are a little bit more pigmented, but if you're kind of person who really just doesn't need it to be like bam pow, then this might work for you. The mattes in here are gorgeous. I love e.l.f.'s mattes in these black, like, packages, I guess. I don't know. This is the e.l.f. Holy eyeshadow palette, matte for matte eyeshadow palette, and holy smokes, I haven't played with this enough. I really just need to play with it more. They're just all gray, and so I'm like, what am I supposed to do with that? I don't even know. I mean, I guess they're not all gray, but they're all like dull. Like, I really want to just play with these blues, but I never think about it. I don't know, I never remember. I need to play with this more. And then last but not least is the e.l.f. matte for matte eyeshadow in Jewel Pop, and I love this palette. It's so good. If you're looking for something cheap, and colorful, I'm getting eyeshadow all over my blanket. If you're looking for something cheaper than the BH Cosmetics Festival palette, this is a good alternative. This is $10, so I guess it's not that much cheaper. Well, $8, yeah, whatever. It's cheaper, but obviously you get more in the BH Cosmetics palette. This one is so amazing, though. These are all matte, so no shimmers, but it's stunning. e.l.f.'s matte formula is, like, really outstanding. And this palette, e.l.f. Opposites Attract palette, it's $14, and I really think that they have a different formula for this because the shimmers in here are literally stunning. They're so buttery, they're so nice, and they're so pigmented. Like, I was finding in the this Rose Gold Sunset palette that just weren't that pigmented, whereas this is like super pigmented. I'm probably not, that purple shimmer doesn't have too much shimmer in it. The other ones have a lot more shimmer in it, so I used it and I didn't really like it because I wanted it to have more shimmer. But the other ones are like stunning. I'm obsessed with this palette. I use it every day because I love it. And I use it with my Urban Decay Ultimate Naked Ultimate Basics palette. I don't know why I always get that wrong. Okay, next is... Okay, let's just stay with e.l.f. for a second here. This is my e.l.f. blush palette. I just wanted to put this in with palettes. I love this palette. So worth the money. I haven't used it in a hot minute because I just have so many freaking blushes that I'm trying to, like, use up. But I need to use this one more. I miss her. And then this is a Sephora blush palette. I thought for my whole life that this was a highlight. But someone was, like, showing this or something, and they were like, blush toppers, and I was like, what? There's no way. This is a highlighter. There's no way that's a blush topper. If you wear that as a blush, you're insanity. Well, I wear it as a highlighter. I use it as a highlighter. I don't really use these, which are pretty, which I always say I need to use this shade more because this shade is really pretty. I forget. But yeah, that's how this palette looks. I love this palette. It's probably like the oldest things in my whole collection. Probably one of the oldest things in my collection. And it was like probably one of the best buys literally ever. So good. And then we have my Tarte blush book, which again is like a buy that I'm really like glad I did because I love this book. I like having all the options. Again, I have so many blushes, but I love this guy, so just so you know. And then we have last four here. Here's my Essence Spice Up Your Life palette. I just got this, but I already know I love it. It's kind of hard to reach for this one over my e.l.f. one now because my e.l.f. one is so new and there's so many things you can do with it. I don't know. I just prefer that one, so I don't play with this one too much, but I do love this one when I did play with it. This green shade is literally stunning, and I can't wait for Christmas because I'm gonna go ham on this green shade. Yeah, this palette's $10, so worth it, so good. Yeah, that's all I really have to say, right? Next is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye palette. Look, I do love this palette. I don't think it's worth $23, but I do like it. Like, I do use it from time to time, and I did a look with it the other day, and it looked really pretty. I was really proud of it. They are super powdery shadows, though. Like, Subculture times 10 powdery, and I can't stand it, honestly. Like, I've used this shade probably once, and you see that dip in it? I've never used that shade, really. I've used it probably once. And it just goes insane. So powdery. But, I have the shade Plum, BTW. But, yeah. It's still nice. I'm still going to use it, you know, when I feel like it. But, Do you know what I mean? This is just a little bit weird. Okay, next is my Too Faced chocolate chip. Oh, that's why I called that one a chocolate chip. Chocolate chip palette. It looks like this. This palette's so cute. I don't use it too often. I used this today to set my eyes for something. I was just messing around and wasn't too impressed because it's just a white, and I mean, you can't really do it wrong, but like some shadows just go on really nicely and some don't, and this one just really didn't. I'm still playing around with this, honestly. I have it in a spot where I can see it every day, so if I really am like, all right, let's just crack it out, I'll grab for this. But really, when I have to force myself to use something, it becomes no longer fun, and I just love using my e.l.f. eyeshadow palette right now. That this one's probably not gonna get reached for a while. And I don't know if I'd ever declutter it though, just because I have. It's so cute. It's such a little baby, and it looks like a chocolate bar. And then last but certainly not least, is my Makeup Forever like tin with a bunch of eyeshadows in here that I friggin' love. I have to restrain myself from using this every day because I use this one too a lot. This is my Ipsy shade. I think it just says Ipsy. It's from Ipsy. I don't know what even the brand is. I don't know why I don't know that, but it's just from my Ipsy bag. If you go watch that video, I'm sure you'll find out. This is from my these two right here from my BH Cosmetics. So this shade up here and this shade at the bottom here are from my BH Cosmetics Neutrals palette. I depotted those if you watch my declutter video. And then the other two are from this matte shade and this shimmer shade right here are from my Shane XO palette from BH Cosmetics. I love these shimmers. I love the shades in here. This shade is like my favorite shade ever, and I have to use it more because okay, I'm swatching with a finger with there's a million other things on it, but I love this shade. It's like just a neutral, more than neutral. You guys know it's my baby. So yeah, this tin is kind of annoying. Well, it's not the tin, it's fault. It's the shadows' fault. They just don't magnetize. But whatever, I still love it. And I'm glad that it's small like this because if it was a big one, I probably wouldn't reach for it too often. Like this, I reach for all the time. I love this. Okay, guys, so literally, I filmed my whole palette collection. So freaking proud of it and all that jazz. And I forgot one of my palettes. It's sitting on top of my table on the top of like something because it's so big that it doesn't fit in my drawer with the rest of my palettes, where like if I sit down and do my makeup I can see it every day, but like when I took all my palettes out of the drawer I didn't even think about this one. But this one is also a part of my collection, so I just wanted to add that in here right quick. It looks used and abused because I love this palette so much. It's just so big that I don't use it too much, but when I use it, I love it. And Jaclyn Hill on her channel, she did a look using these green shades, and I want to recreate that for Christmas because literally so stunning. These shimmers over here are just so gorgeous. I love this palette. I love this formula. And this is probably like, I don't want to get any other big palettes because I have this one, has so many shades in it and they just don't get used enough. And if I'm reaching for a big palette, it's gonna be this one. So I don't want any more palettes that are over like that are bigger than like my BH Cosmetics palette because it just don't get used. This don't get used. I like this baby. But I do love this palette. I just wanted to add that in here real quick because I'm crazy and I forgot my baby. Okay guys, that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I got eyeshadow all over my blanket, but that's okay. I'm gonna see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.